Hello, my name is Jasmine McDonald. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I post ballet and fitness related videos every single Tuesday, Thursday, and now Sunday. And if you're also new here, you may as well hit subscribe. Today's video is going to be an Instagram Q&A. I asked you guys on my Instagram, which I'll put right here, questions to ask me and I would answer them here. So let's just get straight into it. Also, thank you to all of my new subscribers on my Instagram. If you just came here from my Instagram, comment this emoji and let's get straight into it. My hair is flying around. Now, I posted 2 stories. The first one I'll start from today, which is June 14th. And then I also posted a story last week because I meant to get around to this video last week. I figured I'd wait another week to get more questions. So I'll be answering 2 rounds of questions from you guys. What's your favorite ballet school and company? I couldn't really say that I have a favorite because I've only been to Canada's National Ballet School in Toronto, to San Francisco Ballet School in July of 2014, and I love that. So I'd say between the 2, I'm kind of biased. Those are my favorites just because I've been there. In terms of companies, I would say like my dream company would have been Royal Ballet for sure. Also NBOC, but that changed when I went to Europe because I loved living in Europe and living abroad and experiencing all different kinds of cultures and meeting all kinds of different people from different areas. So I'd have to say probably Royal Ballet. What's your favorite leotard brand? Definitely Yumiko. However, I do love my Kaz Designs unitard that Christina custom made for me. Also, there's dust flying around because I just vacuumed, so it's like flying around. So I love my Kaz Designs leotard, which you guys have seen before, and I'll also put a short clip right here. I love it because it is formed to my body. It is completely handmade, and she is so talented, and I think it's so flattering as well, and very comfortable and very versatile. Like I can wear it for ballet class. I've worn it actually out to events because I've worn my black leather skirt on top and a little blouse on top. So it goes with everything. You can wear it to exercise in. So yeah, those 2 brands are probably my favorites. I don't have a lot of other ones other than Ainsley Wear. I used to have a few Marillas. I haven't had them in a long time, and Sancha, but definitely Yumiko because I love the customizable aspects of Yumiko. When did you first start to dance? I started to dance when I was 3, and then I started professionally when I was, or professionally training because I went to ballet school at 14. And that's when I really took it seriously because I went to full-time ballet school. It was my first time doing pointe class regularly. And yeah, so I started when I was 3 and I did like the tiny tots kind of ballet and the class that was like jazz one week, ballet the next week, and tap, and it kind of alternated between that. Any tips for beginners on pointe? Definitely having good shoes. Don't buy from Wish, don't buy from Amazon. Get a shoe fitting. And overall, my biggest tips are to treat your pointe class like your ballet class. Taking all the corrections that you can, come prepared, be serious, have fun, and take as much in as you can. I know pointe can be very daunting, and I used to be very afraid of being on my toes and being in pointe shoes. Once you get used to it, it's actually a lot more fun. I love dancing on pointe. So going into it with open heart, open mind. Can a 19-year-old dance beginner to make it to the professional world? I think there is one dancer that's a professional now that started at 18 or 19. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure she's somewhere in Eastern Europe or Russia. So anything's possible, but it would be really difficult. Most professional dancers start when they're younger. I'm not gonna lie, I had a hard time because I started older. Wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket if that's what you're going for, but anything's possible if you work hard. At the same time though, it's really hard to be professional if you start at 19. I'm not gonna lie, I've never done it. I had a hard time when I started later. So if you're starting at 19, that's probably gonna be difficult, but who knows? Maybe you're different than me. We're all different people. Maybe it'll be a breeze for you. Maybe you're naturally talented and naturally flexible and gifted in those things and balance and strength. We did rhythmic gymnastics. There's a lot of aspects, so I can't say yes, you can make it, or no, you won't make it, because I don't know you and probably, maybe, hopefully could. So I wish you all the best. What are some exercises that help open the pelvis? So I have a playlist on my YouTube channel of technique tips as well as different ballerina workouts. So definitely check that out. And I have some for happy hips. So definitely check that out. Did you ever meet any good male dancers? Can a male dancer start as late as 19? I've met lots of good male dancers. My best friend, Oscar, is an incredible dancer. He's actually at the English National Ballet now. He's gorgeous. I'll put a picture of us here. I love him. Yeah, so all the dancers that I dance with in National Opera in Bucharest, I want to say all their names, but then that'll take up all the video. So all of my best friends, you know who you are if you're watching this. Amazing dancers. So yes, I've seen lots of amazing ballet dancers that are males. Can a male dancer start as late as 19? Same thing. I don't know you. Hope that you can make your dreams come true with a lot of hard work, determination, and I wish you all the best. But I think it's going to be difficult to make it professionally if you start that late. But I'm not saying it's not possible. I have no idea. Before you got Gainer Minden, who was or is your favorite brand of pointe shoes? P.S. I love you. Thank you. Before I got Gainer Minden, I always wore Freed Studio Pro, which I got recently again. Love them. They're gorgeous, but they die so fast. Way too fast. So yeah, I definitely loved Freed Studio Professional, and I also loved Russian points. I kind of fluctuated between the pointe shoes that I wore before I got Gainer Mindens. I fluctuated between Grishko, Maya's, and the Russian points and Freed. So between those three, those are my favorites. I never was a fan of block. How do you deal with rejection? Not well. I don't deal with rejection well. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a people pleaser, and when things don't go my way or people don't like me or I'm rejected, I don't take it well. But the best way to deal with it, learned, is to mind your own dang business. You know, so what if you get rejected? I've been rejected from multiple companies. You move on, you'll find something else later. It's not that big a deal. They'll find somebody else that they need. You'll find somebody else that wants you. Do you really want to be with someone or working for someone or whatever if they're not 100% into you or want you? Whether that's a job or a relationship, absolutely not. Go find happiness somewhere else that actually wants to be with you and where you want to be, if that makes any sense. So, you know, the best thing to say, the piece of advice I can give for rejection is that something better is coming along. I think I saw a cat on your shoulder. Is it Luna? What other tattoos do you have or want? I should do a tattoo tour. Okay, so I have this one on my shoulder, which is Luna. Sorry, the sun's very bright today. I also have one on my rib, which I can't really show you guys because then I'm demonetized. And then I have this one behind my ear. I don't know if you can see it. It's little butterflies. I have one on my hip that's a rose as well. And the one that's on my ribs, I think I have a picture of it. It's like a bouquet of flowers, kind of, not a bouquet. It's actually one I want to get added to. So going along with the tattoos that I want to add to that one. I want one on my ankles, but I'm not 100% sure what I want of it. That's why I've left it empty. Other tattoos, I want to get some more butterflies on my arm. I know Ariana Grande has some like that, and Dolly Parton, and I love Dolly Parton. And I love the look of the butterflies on the arm, so I want to get that. Also, do ballet companies usually allow tattoos? I'm curious how many dancers would even cover them. Companies can't really say anything about tattoos. Like, yes, they could get mad at you if you got like a neck tattoo or something, but at the same time, they can't really say anything, especially if you can cover it well. Tattoos that I have, obviously not this one, because I got this one after I quit dancing professionally. I could cover very easily with my costumes because this one was actually on my ribs, this one on my hips I could cover very easily. I didn't have this one either, but a lot of dancers do cover them, not the men. I won't even get into that, but the girls usually do cover them. Why don't you do ballet lessons with us? Really looks like ballet with you is fun, because I actually do offer ballet lessons online. I am at full capacity with my clients right now, so that's why I'm not offering any right now. When did you first think that you wanted to become a professional ballerina? What was the age and what did you do to train? First question answered, when did I know? I knew, I think when I was like 13 or 14, I would watch Svetlana Zakharova, and when I went to Canada's National Ballet School, I knew I wanted to do this. I didn't know if I could, and I didn't have the I didn't have faith in myself when I started. I really didn't. I didn't know that I could make it professionally. So I just worked hard. And to answer your last question, what did you do to train? I went to Canada's National Ballet School and they kicked my butt, get to a professional level. And then what was the age? I answered that. I was about 13 or 14 and I decided that's what I wanted to pursue. What pointe shoe brands have you worn throughout the year? So I answered that one earlier. Free. I did start with Block. I wore the Sonata Block, which I was not a fan of. Personally, I love Block products, but their shoes did not fit me super well. I have not tried their other shoes, however, which I'd love to try. So I wore Block, I wore Suffolk. I wore those for many, many years, and then they stopped making them, I think, or at least we stopped getting them. Freed, Studio Pro, Freed Classic, Maya, Grishko Maya, Russian Pointe, and then Gainer Minden. So that concludes all of the questions from today's Q&A, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my archived saved one from last week as well. Okay, so the last story got a lot of questions, so I'm gonna do my best to answer all of them really quickly. Is training abs required to be a ballerina? Absolutely, you need a strong core, not necessarily abs like clear-cut six-pack, but you need a strong core to train ballet. When did you start dancing? So I started when I was 3 and 4-ish, and then I started going to ballet school when I was 14. How long have you been dancing? I'm turning 26 this weekend, so you do the math. Do you do any other types of dance? I do lyrical, I do tap, jazz. I teach those at least. I don't really do them. As It Was, love that song. Love Harry Styles. What do you do for fun other than dance? For fun, lately, because of inflation, I get to work like 12 hours a day. But seriously, for fun, I don't really know. I haven't really had time to myself. Even today's my day off and I still have like 4 hours of lessons, which is great because I love teaching. But for fun, I used to like to read. I haven't had time for that in a long time. I think I'm gonna read tonight. And I guess YouTube, that's a hobby of mine too. How long did you do dance? Same as before, since I was 3 and 4. And now I'm turning 26. How old were you when you got on pointe? 14 years old. How old are you? Turning 26 this weekend. Which companies have you danced with and where did you train? I danced with Summer Opera Dresden in Germany, and I danced with Bucharest National Opera in Romania, and I also danced with the St. Polton. Did a guest opportunity with them that allowed me to travel to Vancouver and perform. Yeah, I trained in Canada's National Ballet School, and I also went to Southland Ballet Academy for a summer and San Francisco Ballet School for a summer. How to keep up with other students when you start. Don't compare yourself to the other people. I know it's tempting because you're all in a room together and you're all in the same class and it's hard not to compare yourself. Yes, a little bit of healthy competition is necessary to grow, but at the same time, if you're worried about what other people think of you or what they look like or how far they're going, you're not worrying about yourself enough and you need to put yourself first. What age did you start pointe? 14. Which are your most favorite clothes? I don't know, that's a hard one. Definitely leotards, because I live in them pretty much. Hello again, any tips for pointe? I've been doing it for 1 year and I need to know your advice. Tips for pointe. I've said this one previously in this same Q&A. So going into it the same way you go into ballet class, and be patient with yourself. That's another thing I forgot to mention earlier. Be patient with yourself, especially with pointe. It's really hard to get strong in pointe work and it takes time and consistency like anything. So be patient with yourself. If you weren't a ballet dancer and a teacher, what other profession could you see yourself in? Oh, I don't know. It's so much a part of me now. It's really hard for me to distance myself from dancing and ballet. I honestly don't know what I would be in. I have no idea. Probably nutrition and personal training because I actually have certifications in both of those things. Probably within that, so still physical and health related. What is the most popular show you've performed in? Nutcracker, 100%, Swan Lake, all the classics. How can you stretch well? You can check out my playlist of ballerina workouts and technique tips. What pointe shoes do you wear? I currently wear Gainer Minden pointe shoes. What's your favorite piece of music you've danced to and why? Always Romeo and Juliet. Even if I haven't done the lead roles, I love hearing Romeo and Juliet. Prokofiev. Amazing. So beautiful. Do you have a boyfriend? I do, and his name is Steven and he's amazing. Can I get your phone number? Absolutely not. Pointe shoe brand, Gainer Minden. And yeah, do you think it's possible to join a non-professional company alongside studying in college? Absolutely. I know so many dancers who are still doing college degrees and going to school full time while being at a professional level if they didn't finish high school, or they're doing advanced learning, or they're doing post-secondary programs. It's absolutely possible. What ballet stuff would you recommend to be the it girl in class? Honestly, if you know you're that girl, you're gonna be that girl, something like that. Confidence. Could I make it professionally even if I don't have natural cul de pied and natural arches? Absolutely. I know so many dancers who don't have turnout, who don't have arches, who don't have hyperextended knees. There's a lot of things that you're not going to have that somebody else is going to have. That's not a bad thing. That's what makes art so interesting because everybody's different. Do you have a photo of you from when you first started ballet professionally? I do, definitely. So I'll put some somewhere here. Were you ever at ONB? Because I trained there and I saw some pics with you and Jacob. I was, yes. I was there for 5 years or 4.5 years. So what are you doing in your life? I don't know. Last question I'll answer for today. What have been some of your most favorite moments throughout your career as a dancer? That's a tricky one. Probably when me and my best friend Oscar both had premieres or had debuts, because he's my best friend and he had a debut as Bluebird, I had a debut as the Red Riding Hood and Sleeping Beauty, and that just felt so good. All your hard work paid off and you're celebrating it with your friends. So that was probably one of my favorite moments of my career. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Q&A and thank you for asking me all these questions and thank you for all your support. I couldn't do it without you guys. Have a great rest of your day, stay safe, and until next time, bye now.